We all know how amazing and juicy the season 2 finale of The Mandalorian was. Whether you like The Last Jedi, hate it, don't care, just want to see Grogu walk around, this episode with Luke's return has united the entire Star Wars fan base. I haven't heard a single person say this was a terrible episode. I've heard a few critiques, which are inevitable for any episode or any show or whatever. Everything could be improved. One question I have seen floating around is why Moff Gideon was built up to be this huge, awesome character and then was defeated so easily by Din Djarin. People could argue that Gideon's an older man, he doesn't fight as well as some people, he's no match for Din, but I have a theory for what exactly Moff Gideon was thinking and planning for the attack he knew was coming. Also, we're going to be going pretty in-depth, so put your nerd hats on, everybody. In the final scene of Season 2, Episode 8, The Believer, Mando sends a hologram to Gideon, saying the same words that Gideon said to Mando in Season 1. "You have something I want," etc., etc. While this is a very poetic scene for the story, I feel like Mando should not have sent that hologram because it will warn Moff Gideon that they're coming, so basically they're saying, I want you to be ready so you can put up a fight. I feel like it would be much more logical to use the info they obtained to launch a surprise attack. However, that would take away from the story and the plot armor, so I feel like what they did was good for the story. But it did warn Moff Gideon that they're coming, so he had time to plan. I feel like the main reason that Moff Gideon is at such a high rank and status with the Imperials is that he's a really intelligent strategist. Not at the Thrawn level, but it's close, in my opinion. We just haven't really seen his potential on screen yet, but I think we will. But that's for an entirely different video. In the season finale, when Moff Gideon holds the Darksaber up to Grogu and Din Djarin enters, Moff Gideon starts some dialogue which is very interesting. He reveals some very interesting points. He says that he knows that Din Djarin has been traveling with Bo-Katan, and to assume that he knows everything. He also tells Din that the right to the Mandalorian throne lies in the Darksaber. However, he does not reveal that it must be won in combat. Wait, what? He knows Bo-Katan's been with Din Djarin? How does he know this? Now, it's possible that he just knows of her and got the Darksaber by an entirely different means than Bo-Katan. But based on the conflict between Bo-Katan and Gideon, I feel like there is some history behind there. But how exactly does Gideon know Bo-Katan specifically is coming with Din to attack his Imperial light cruiser? One way is that when Mando and Bo-Katan start attacking the Imperial freighter in Season 2, Episode 3, the captain of the freighter contacts Moff Gideon for reinforcements. Now the captain refers to these Mandalorians as pirate hijackers, and Moff Gideon asks, are these the same pirates that have attacked our other vessels? To which the captain replies, yes. This means Moff Gideon is already aware of the Mandalorians' previous attacks on their vessels. That's one way Moff Gideon can know about Bo-Katan. The second way is when they're using the hijacked Imperial shuttle to infiltrate Moff Gideon's light cruiser. Bo uses the Imperial shuttle's comms to contact the bridge about landing. However, she doesn't know that Moff Gideon is right there, listening to every word that's being said in that conversation. He could have very well recognized her voice, especially if they've had some type of interaction in the past. The third way that Moff Gideon could have known that Bo-Katan was coming was that he could have seen her through the Imperial cruiser's security feed, the same way we saw Luke Skywalker in the Dark Troopers. Moff Gideon could have easily let Din Djarin take Grogu, but no, he wanted to engage Din Djarin in a battle so Din Djarin could get the Darksaber. He wanted to create conflict between Mando and Bo-Katan, because one of the best ways to defeat a group of enemies is to turn them against each other, whether they like it or not. We see this line of thought multiple times throughout cinema. We see Order 66 when Anakin betrays the Jedi, we see it in Captain America Civil War, and we also see it at the end of Season 5 of the Clone Wars series, when Ahsoka is framed and expelled from the Jedi Order. I think Gideon is more of a strategist than an actual fighter, which is why he needed to use his wits to outclass Din and Bo-Katan, because they are more fighters than actual strategists, so when it comes to the power of the mind, Gideon easily wins. The only reason Gideon did not win was because Luke showed up and saved the day. Had Luke not shown up, things would have been drastically different. The Dark Troopers would have attacked everybody except for Moff Gideon and Grogu, and everybody would be dead except for them, and Grogu and Moff Gideon would have been together and he would have won. Even though Gideon lost because Luke showed up to save the day, there is still that underlying conflict between Din and Bo about the Darksaber. So even though the worst case scenario played out for Gideon, he still was able to create a large amount of conflict. All in all, Gideon wanted to be defeated because Din would get the Darksaber and then he would have to fight Bo-Katan. Din Djarin versus Bo-Katan, the two strongest threats to Moff Gideon. I hope you liked this video, everybody. Think about liking and subscribing for more theories to come. See you later, have a good day, and may the Force be with you.